Hello, beautiful friends. We are going to be talking today about the tightness that you may be experiencing in your body. So, that feeling when you try and pick something up and then everything just feels tight in the reach down and then the come back up, and then you're trying to get out of bed and you're having a tough time actually getting out of bed, that you have to scoot yourself to the end of the bed and get up. Or you just notice a general tightness overall, or even just in your hips because you're sitting all day at work. So this is pretty common actually among a lot of people. As I've talked to a lot of my students and just a lot of people in general, a lot of you, especially during COVID, had to work from home and were sitting a lot of the time. So unless you got something like a standing desk, or you went on neighborhood walks, or you went to some kind of place where you could actually exercise and move your body, the tendency is that we feel pretty stiff, especially in the hips because of all the sitting we were doing. Not to mention all of the curving forward from all of the computer work, being on the phone, and then just being at home in general because we really couldn't go anywhere. So I found even more so now, the tightness that we're experiencing in our body is a bit excessive, even to what it was before COVID. So it's just one of those things that has that lasting impact that we may have not anticipated at the beginning of it because we didn't think it would last so long, right, with COVID. So when we think about how this feels in our body, it feels pretty ugh, or blah, right? I know when I get up in the morning and I haven't done my stretching and all of that stuff, I'm just and you put in this initial effort to just get your ass going, right? I'm just and have to go, especially because I have a 3-year-old, he's about to turn 4, and I have a 13-year-old. And of course, I don't want to feel old in my body, right? So we're just putting in this initial effort that feels and then we walk around the day feeling this overall tightness that makes you just feel like you can't actually expand because you're just actually being all your muscles are contracting in like this. So I'm taking a lot of time to talk about this experience because I don't think we've given it enough thought about how this tightness and this stiffness in our body has actually impacted our day-to-day living. The getting the stuff off the floor, bending down to get a pot or pan that's on a lower shelf, right? Washing the dishes and then just twisting to grab from the counter into the sink. I know it seems like, are you serious? This is how it's showing up everywhere. And yes, it is the case, right? Even for me, when I realize I haven't been moving enough, or I've been sitting at the computer and working, doing posts or answering people and all of that stuff, I'm just ooh, it's time to get up and move. So I want to talk about a really phenomenal solution to this because I think we all need it. So the solution is we have to get up and move, right? So that may seem pretty apparent, very simple and very easy, yet we are not doing this, right? So I love to particularly move through stretching, through belly dancing, and through walking. Those are my 3 main things. So I can encourage you to walk, I can encourage you to stretch, I can encourage you to belly dance all day long. But the fact of the matter is there's some level of is it really gonna work? For you to actually get up and do it. Because you all know that moving more would help you loosen up your body. Yet that is not the thing that's actually happening because of whatever reason. I have to think about that for a second because there's so many reasons that you could not be moving right now, or so many reasons you could be moving. But the fact of the matter is, it's not about what you know or don't know. It's whether or not you're going to do it and then commit to it and then treat it as a lifelong activity. So the stiffness and the tightness don't come back. They don't impede your day-to-day actions. It doesn't hurt to get off the couch. Not even hurt, it's just hard to get off the couch, right? So the simple solution, the easiest thing to do is to get up and move our body more frequently, as often as possible, with as long as possible, right? And this simple movement through the day that helps us just keep the joints loose and juicy and having them go. So if that's the simple solution, why aren't we doing it? And I had touched upon it a little bit. We don't think that it'll actually work. We give the reason that we're too busy. We talk about like, when am I gonna move? Or for me, the biggest thing I found is that you think these little moments aren't enough to make a change. But let me tell you, the more I've taught my students, the more I've applied it to myself, the more I can dispel that myth of you need to move for 15 minutes. You have to move for 30 minutes. You have to move for an hour at a time. That's just not the case. However, if we apply this mentality, this thinking of, if I can just get up for even a minute and stretch, it is better than having not gotten up at all and not doing anything. The minutes count. The small doses throughout your day of movement count. And so I want you to really, really, really think about what you believe will help you, because it is most likely you have this expectation that if you don't move for 15 to 30 minutes, even an hour of your day, that nothing else is worth doing. But let's face it, for you to schedule 15 minutes in your day or even an hour in your day is going to take a little bit of upfront work, which right now you may or may not be willing to do. And that's okay, but you want to get honest about it, about if you're ready to do the work, to schedule 15 minutes, to schedule 30 minutes, to schedule an hour in your day to move. And whatever your answer may be, it's okay. You don't need to shame yourself or make yourself like feel smaller because you're not doing the scheduling to get it done. So until you are there, or you are there, but you're like, where am I gonna put 15 minutes in? Or you're still like having this like dialogue in your head about like, but where am I gonna put it in my schedule? In the time that it takes you to think about where am I gonna put it in your schedule, just get up. Just have yourself stand up and at least walk and consider that question as you move your body. So is walking belly dancing? No. However, walking is a part of belly dancing. And if you're willing to get up and walk, you're willing to start learning belly dance. Because what I teach my students is all about how can I get 1 minute here? How can I get 1 minute here? I teach them techniques to practice through the week that they can do that are very accessible and they're not a time suck, but that cumulative effect of having multiple small moments through the day lead to really big changes. One, in the relationship to their body, how mobile they are, and how much belly dancing they actually get to learn. So instead of us staying in this, body tightness, having a hard time getting out of bed, like feeling the pain or the resistance of when we twist the body, the tightness in the hips when we get up from working at the computer that we have to start stretching like this to get it done, I'm teaching them how to move their body so this doesn't happen as often. And I want you to know that there is a process out there to help you get this done for yourself so you're not struggling to actually just move with ease through the day. I want to invite you to check out my membership and to sign up. Not only will I teach you what to focus on, how to implement it so it is a starting point for you no matter how busy you are. I'm very busy by societal standards, but I continue to move my body frequently and for as long as possible. So I will teach you all of that so you can actually learn belly dance, so you can actually improve the relationship with your body, because by the time you're done working with me, which will be this like beautiful relationship that's longer term, not gonna lie, 1 month with me is not gonna fix your life forever, but my students stay with me for a long time. And when I say long time, I mean years, because they know the value and the benefit of having someone there showing them how to come across, how to work with the challenges that they come up with, like moving your body and this body stiffness with your tight schedule. Instead of like shrinking, let's expand, right? So I'm teaching this to them throughout their process. And at the end of it, they move more easily. They're not struggling to pick something up off the ground when they get up out of their car, especially if you have a low seating car, or even one that's higher up. they're not struggling to get out of their car, right? It is this transformation of like how you can operate through your day because they're learning belly dance with me. It's pretty amazing and pretty powerful. So I want you to check out my membership because I know the power that movement has and how amazing you can really feel in your body. You don't have to like put up with this tightness. How about let's feel really great in our body, and how do we keep that going versus body stiffness or tightness going? How do we keep movement going? I will teach you those tips and techniques. I will teach you what to focus on in your body. I will teach you the specific movement to do. So at the end of it, what you're really learning is how to move with your body now in order to get this end result of ease of movement through your day. And you get to learn about the culture, beautiful music, some kick-ass belly dance moves, and you just get to celebrate who you are and the fluidity that is really built within your body. So check out my membership. I would love to have you in class. The ladies are so amazing in welcoming everyone who is new. Come, move with us, feel that freedom in your body, and feel gorgeous and amazing while you learn some beautiful belly dance movement. I look forward to seeing you in the studio soon.